Welcome back, everybody. Got another episode of Vinyl with Taste. Episode number, I have no idea what number we're on.
No clue.
I'm still Oldskool Pat.
And I'm Oldskool Pat.
And today we're going to bring you some of Oldskool Pat's new shit. I mean, actually it's Dancehall Neil's new shit. This is just some Neil's new records we wanted to bring to you. Just stuff that we've gotten recently in this pandemic.
Yep. This is Coom Transmissions with John Lacey. This is a CD and a
nice orange disc.
LP, I know, right? So this is John Lacey was in the band. These
Never
two
heard
guys
of
are
him.
the same guy. He is like an experimental
Never heard of the other guy either.
musicians. They're the same guy.
Oh,
I don't know why they did it like that. Music for Stocking Top Swing and Staircase. It came out, I think, 70. I just got it, so don't. Well, 74. I'm gonna say 74. The music did. The record came out in. It's much later, obviously.
Coom Transmissions being Genesis Bjorge.
Yep. And also Cozy was in that with him, and then eventually Sleazy joined. And then Chris Carter, I didn't think was in it at all until they made Darby Gristle.
Okay.
But, yeah, I want to talk about this record some other time in depth, but I want to show a few other things.
Does it sound like Darby Gristle?
Coom Transmissions, it's more chaotic. Like instead of because Chris Carter got into the synthetic stuff and so did Sleazy, but this is kind of pre that. So it's a lot of there's some synthetic moments, but it's a lot of knocking shit around and knocking shit over, and kind of like acoustic noise.
Okay.
This band is called
The Weirdos.
The Go-Go's. The Go-Go's destroy all music.
Nice. It says a big sticker says colored vinyl. What color is it?
I think it's red.
Really? Ooh, it's white. No. You're right. It is red.
Kool-Aid red on bump.
Nice.
This is like the first EP, and the first EP, some demos, and then like the mini album.
Yeah, it's got Teenage. It's got Destroy All Music, Life of Crime, Why Do You Exist. Nice. Side 2 is songs I'm not too familiar with.
Yeah, it's like 79. But definitely a response to English punk, I think.
Yeah, Weirdos one of the best.
Yeah, they're
still around. They were still around before the pandemic, anyway.
Yeah, before the pandemic. Mau Mau's another LA
Ooh.
band.
Nice. I don't have anything by the Mountain.
So this is 83 is side 1 and 2010 is side 2. Under-recorded, I think, that guy, Rick Wilder. I think he was super under-recorded. He's in the glam band Berlin Babies. Well, not really glam band, but like proto-punk band. Berlin Bratz.
Oh, okay.
Berlin Bratz. But there's like a million early punk bands called the Bratz. And I used to get them confused with another band.
Hollywood Bratz.
This is 18 Great British Punk Originals, 77 to 19.
Bored Teenagers Volume 7.
82.
What do we got on this one?
Good liner. Highlights are Chaos UK, The Vendettas, and Skid Marks.
Nice.
Groups that I've heard before I bought this.
I don't think who's System X.
I don't know. As one of the ones I don't know, I never heard of In the Gym. I never heard of Cats. I never heard of the Hobbs or the What.
Yeah.
So the rest I had heard here and there,
Nice.
But it's like and skid marks on the cover.
Nice.
Just like a Killed by Death series.
Okay, yeah.
It's pretty much
British.
Exactly.
It's like the British Killed by Death.
Right.
Well, that's a high compliment because Killed by Death is a great series.
Yep, and they all come with a booklet on the inside that talks about all the bands. Run down some CDs. New Buju Banton.
Oh, the new one came out, the
Upside
highly
Down.
anticipated Buju after his release from the federal penitentiary here in the USA.
Yep.
You said it was a good album.
I like it.
Who, I bet he collaborates with everybody in this.
Well, no, he doesn't. It's with, you got Stephen Marley, you got John Legend, Pharrell.
You said you liked the John Legend track.
I did. I really like that one. Memories, I think that's a great track. The Stephen Marley track is okay. The cover, Yes, Me Friend. The Pharrell song sucks.
Cherry Pie. Skip it.
The Stealthy Don is really good. Like I like her anyway. Like I listen to her anyway. So like that was cool to see that like a dance hall artist on here.
Is 400 Years a cover of the Tosh song?
No. But you know who doesn't have a song called 400 Years?
Yeah.
Cableton does, and that's not a cover.
Now, what would you say this Buju album sounds like? Is it pretty much like where he left off in a sort of Marley-ish thing, or is it dancehall?
Before the Dawn.
Oh.
This is like a combination of if you took like half of that album, and then the other half being new, his take on dancehall.
Okay.
You're coming in saying, not really influenced by anybody, but coming in and being like, I'm doing dancehall because I can, and because I should be.
Yeah, he was the voice.
And I'm going to do it how
voice of Jamaica.
And I was afraid that he was going to use like, I didn't think he was going to use the right rhythms, but he used all the right rhythms, and you know and some of them were made just for him anyway.
That concert he threw was probably the biggest concert ever thrown in Jamaica. I mean, his return.
People were anticipating it.
Yeah.
Real quick, Mass Manipulation from Steel Pulse. Oh gosh.
I'll pick this up real quick.
I like that one. They haven't had an album since like 2004.
So this is, when did this come out?
2019.
Wow, really? It's that new?
Yep.
Holy cow. Steel Pulse, the famous British reggae band.
Jordan was supposed to get me a copy of one of those. He's seen them live, and
Jordan did?
Yep. It was so good, he kept it. So I was like, I'll buy one online.
Does it sound like their old classic stuff, or
It
more
sounds
modern?
like
or?
it sounds like the last one from 2004, the African Holocaust.
I hadn't heard that one either.
It's got this one doesn't have any guest stars on it, but African Holocaust, I know Cableton was on it. It kind of sounds like that. It doesn't sound like their old stuff, because their old stuff sounds like, well, you know what their old stuff sounds like, and then they went into kind of like a dance hall-y phase, you know, in the early in the late 80s and the 90s, and then they went rootsy again with African Holocaust, which is my favorite album. I thought it was amazing. So this is kind of like that, maybe a little more rootsy than that. I got this Starving Gristle. This is Endless Knot and TG Now. I have Endless Knot. I bought it for TG Now. They didn't have a proper release of that. That came out in 2004 when they first got back together.
Oh wow!
So I wanted to get that, and they're remastered. That's cool. Double CD. If you like later Throbbing Gristle stuff, when they tried to get back together a couple of different times. By the end of it, though, Genesis P. Orchard was just done, and he said, I'm done with the band," and they called it like X Gristle or something like that, like X Starving Gristle or something like that.
Okay.
I didn't bother even hearing any of that stuff, but that was only around a couple years before Sleazy died, and then they were just like, well, fuck it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, because Chris Carter worked with Cozy anyway, so I just like, you know, and Genesis wouldn't work with them. So when Sleazy died, you only had them two. Why not just do the same fucking project?
Yeah.
New Gary Newman. I put off buying that for 2 years. This came out in 2017.
Oh wow. Looking like Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah, I like it. It's kind of got like that kind of Middle Eastern vibe to it. I like his stuff a lot. It's like what you would think. Like, the only problem I have with it is I think it's not as hooky as it could be. You know, I'm missing some of the hooks.
Yeah.
I'm not a Gary Newman completist. He did a couple of albums that I didn't much care for. You know, because when he tried to change his voice,
oh really?
that he did in the early 2000s, because
okay.
he just didn't want to. I don't know why he did. I don't know, but he realized that was a mistake, and this is just like your normal. You know, his stuff.
A return to form.
Kinda. His stuff has been doom and gloom since early 90s. Like 93, 94.
Okay.
He changed everything from poppy, the 80s pop stuff he was doing, to just a lot of doom and gloom, and that's pretty much what that is. A bunch of doom and gloom. Heavy guitars on that. All by him.
Quite a veteran being around from the 2-Boy Army days.
Yeah. My favorite album is probably Pleasure Principle. I love that album.
Yeah.
I played like the living hell out of that. But like I said, I'm not a completist. Like I'm not a completist with Iggy Pop, but I go a lot further with both of those artists than a lot of people do.
Yeah, because I mean, geez,
You put
there's
out some
some
stinkers.
really bad crap that Iggy Pop.
Yeah, but I mean, I even like Iggy Pop's Avenue B.
Well,
So I'm not saying that I'm not a completist like I am with P. Ordridge or like Lee Perry. Not by a long shot. Not with Newman. Not with Iggy Pop. Even though I love them. Ultravox, third album, 1978. Systems of Romance. I just started listening to this week. This is the last album with singer John Fox.
Oh, okay.
And he went on to do his first solo album in 1980.
Was it Midge you were in that band? Midge.
Yeah. He
They got Yord.
This is like this is a fucked up thing to say, and some people probably won't agree, but I think Ultravox is kind of like the punk Gary Newman, even though Gary Newman started as a punk. Gary Newman without the synthesizers, if you take it back like pre-Two Boy Army, like before he even got a synthesizer, it's kind of boring,
Never even heard it.
Yeah, I'm missing nothing.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Warsaw Joy Division thing.
Well, yeah, but I liked Warsaw. They're heavy.
Yeah.
They're a heavy ass band. They're exciting to me.
Would you agree that they got better when they became Joy Division?
Yeah, they got more deep.
Yeah.
And the music got they got better.
Yeah.
And they certainly did show it off. This is Sachiko M. Salon de Salon de Sachiko. She is Japanese. This is like a noise album. I just got into her recently, so it's just her playing a sine wave and two oscillators.
Wow.
I don't know what the you have to listen to it with headphones, because if you don't, you won't hear everything in a quiet room. So I've only got to listen to this twice because the kids running around. I don't know what the sound source is, so I don't know if it sounds to me like she's with my synthesizers. The sine wave and the oscillators they're an effect, like distortion.
Gotcha.
So your guitar is the sound what you use for the sound for those effects. I don't think that she's using anything for a sound, just playing with the effects. So I don't really know what it's picking up or anything.
Gotcha. Sounds interesting.
It's interesting, yeah. It's definitely interesting. I'm definitely gonna give that like several more listens. Last one for a little mini episode is a free improvisational jazz album from George Lewis. Trombonist. He's one of my new favorites. I found out about him on an Evan Parker record. And normally everybody in free jazz is like saxophone. Derek Bailey's like guitar, but I haven't seen too many trombonists, so I wanted to check that out. It's really crazy. It's that jazz they say listen to the notes they're not playing, but I would have done that anyway. So I like that kind of jazz. It's just it's void of really any melody or any rhythm. There's no beat or anything like that. It's just
Sounds like kind of the fusion style of Miles Davis.
Miles Davis had like free moments, like in Bitches Brew,
right?
Where like in the middle of the song it kind of just
goes off.
And Sun Ra has moments of freeness, but Sun Ra gets lumped into the free improvisational. Like Sun Ra wasn't free all the time. I mean, I have a couple of Sun Ra records that aren't even that great that I'm probably gonna end up selling when I go through stuff. But I prefer. I wouldn't say I'm a jazz head or anything, but I am when it comes to free improvisational. I don't listen to anything that sounds remotely like Kenny G.
Right, yeah.
I like it. I don't like any melody or any rhythm in jazz.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I wouldn't listen to it.
Elevator,
But except for Bitches Brew, and I like Some Kind of Blue from Miles Davis.
Yeah.
Coltrane's got some good albums.
Yeah.
And
Love Supreme.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was some of Neil's new shit, and we hope you enjoyed it, and hope you enjoyed this little mini episode. We'll be coming at you soon again
with
we're gonna be doing some major dancehall classics.
Yeah. So we're definitely gonna take our time, take a week and write the episode out.
Yeah.
So,
Study up so we don't sound too bad. All right, guys. Until next time, zip zam bowie and swoosh, bitch.